Hi guys, happy Friday, So hopefully it's gonna be a good weekend for us, all of us, please. Alright, so I was thinking last night I sat down and I started to channel more, and it just popped into my head, this out of the blue that thought. What if, in the context of spirituality and religion, using Kratom, for different purposes within ritual, within magic, within all that we do. I know there's a select few people and places that it is illegal, so by no means take my advice. I'm not a doctor, and this is not doing anything. I'm not going against YouTube's wishes or community guidelines. So there's no drug use. This is an herb. So with that being said, let's go on. So I just thought to myself, why couldn't we use this herb that comes from Mother Earth, Gaia? Why couldn't we use this herb to help us in our not only physical and mental health, but why not our spiritual health too? What could we be doing with this substance, with Kratom, which is related to the coffee family? So it gives it, you do a little energy from it. Yes, it can be abused, but those are the people that are wanting to get high. So we don't get high from Kratom. We feel normal. We have no anxiety, no pain. So I use it for fibromyalgia, everything that's wrong with me. You guys know what's wrong with me. So I was thinking, why couldn't it be a spiritual herb? Ever since using Kratom, life is better. Life is a lot better. It's easier to cope with things. It doesn't mask anything, but it's easier to cope with things. Step outside of yourself and actually see what is going on in your whole entire situation from a completely different perspective, like at least 5 different perspectives. And that all goes back to looking outside of yourself, taking a moment to step back and look at the situation if it's negative, and look at it from all perspectives, which is talked about in Karen Dahlman's amazing book, The Spirit of Alchemy and The Spirits of Ouija. So, raising our vibrations with Kratom. So these are the most common types. There's white, green, and red. White in the morning, green in between, and red before bed. Okay, so we have these different characteristics. And literally, I cannot find any religious practice using this except for kava in ceremony. So there's really nothing really dating back to anything that I have found on Kratom being used by the ancients. So, but we know it came from Asia, started in Asia. The plants, like red Bali, that would obviously come from Bali. So I think it would be so cool to just have, for us that use it. This is targeted specifically towards Kratom users. So why not? So we had the red vein Kratom. So this relieves aches and pains, relaxing and anxiety, stress relieving. Tends to have universal effects, higher levels of 7-hydroxymate something. So that would tell me, let's see, red. Red would be the base chakra. See where I'm going with all this? Red would be the base chakra. So we could use that, say, in ritual for grounding, for inducing a different altered state of consciousness, because it does psychologically change your consciousness. It gives you a euphoria, a sense of overall well-being, and you just feel more in tune and more connected to everything. So that goes back into the law of one. Everything is connected. Everything is connected. So why not this herb? How could we possibly bring this into our practices? So, okay, the white vein kratom. So, although white veins have lower levels of 7-hydroxymidogine, they're very popular. So, good for depression, anxiety, and overall better mood. I do like the white vein very much so. Yeah, good for depression, anxiety, and overall better mood. Cutting out caffeine, white vein produces alertness and mental focus to wake you up. Perhaps its best quality. White veins sharpen creativity and confidence. So you see the different kinds of attributes to each different strain of kratom that we could possibly associate with our spell work, our ritual work, our goals. I see it. I love it. It's amazing. And then we have the green vein. So this is the green vein kratom, best described as your everyday variety, having nootropic effects and some pain relieving qualities. Green veins tend to be moderate and more universal rather than dependent on brain chemistry alone. So, how could we use that? Incorporate that into our practices? Well, let me see. I had something on here. So basically the names, if I can find it, which I probably can't find it now. No, I'm not finding it now. Nope. Yeah, I can't find it. So, how could we use this in our ritual work? How could this wonderful herb affect what we do? Say we go into a Ouija session. Say beforehand you want to be completely relaxed, calm, but you want to be alert. That would be a mix. You could do a green, or you could do your own blend, or you could do depending on if the downers, like if downers make you hyper, you're the opposite, like I am. So it's just really cool to see how that could affect our magical work. And Ouija sessions, tarot sessions, getting you in that right state of mind, not only naturally, but healthy, very healthy. What else was I going to say? I have a lot to say about this. Last night, I just kind of wrote a little article. It's on my Patreon site, so people that are Patreons can see that. A lot of people like to relax with a cup of chamomile tea before they, get ready, enter their compass circle temple area. Why not relax with a cup of green kratom tea or a green kratom shot? I really think, honestly, it could help in raising vibrations, raising our consciousness. There's just so much that it can do, and especially with it opens. I think it really does open up more than just the opioid receptors in the brain. It doesn't just affect those. I think it affects the pineal gland. I really do. So causing being more creative, happier, better channeling. So when you're happy, when you feel good, you actually have better sessions, you have better readings, you are more accurate, your levels, your vibration, your energy is going up. You're getting rid of all the junk out of your body with kratom. It literally completely gets rid of all that junk in your body that's toxic waste, it regulates you. Sorry. Alright. It regulates your biological system. It regulates your the bowel movement. It regulates everything. It makes you hungry when you're hungry, when you need to be. It really helps to regulate your biological system and your health and your body. And you also get a glow, just a glow about you with Kratom. So I was thinking, so for instance, say we're doing a full moon ritual. Okay, full moon, water, emotions, balancing it. So what do we want to do? We want to kind of balance our emotions and get in tune with the moon. We could do green. You could do green. You could do red. So there's just different strains that I feel like could have different magical correspondences. I went through every book I have on paganism, on herbcraft, on word cunning, on all of it, and there's nothing. There's no magical attributes to any of it. There's a little folklore. That's really all we have on the history of Kratom. So, the Asians would chew it, or put it right there, chew it, and suck the juices down. And what that did, it sets. You feel it within 15 minutes after you've ingested your Kratom, your herb. And it just produces your overall well state of being, of feeling, of mind, body. You feel connected to the earth. I feel very connected to Mother Earth. It really literally has reduced a lot of my candy eating. I'm eating healthier, even more so than before. So if it can do that for health, what about spirituality? How could we incorporate that into, say, like our full moon ritual? So I'm definitely going to try that. Like, I know cakes and ale, that's universal in almost all traditions, all religions. Instead of ale or champagne or stuff, I can't partake in alcohol, so why not Kratom for the cakes and ale? It's very strange. Kratom is an herb. It has a life of its own, literally. It likes to go back to the earth. It literally likes to go back to the earth. I don't know how many times yesterday I spilled my Kratom while mixing it up, just in different little spots. So it has a way of doing its own thing. But I just think it's really cool how much it opens up the mind. It's amazing. It opens you up to new feelings, new sensations. Things smell better, food tastes better. And I've noticed that my own personal readings have been a lot better. They've been more positive. I've been more positive. And it just has raised my vibration so high that now I am matching with my own, my grandma's energy, her energy, which is very, very high. I'm connecting with different collective consciousness groups of collective consciousnesses, those archetypes. I'm connecting with those a lot better. Everything just seems to be better with it. It's a miracle herb. So seeing what it does to the body, how it helps, how it heals, is incredible. So I just think that if we could place different attributes to certain gods and goddesses, certain days of the week, months, moon phases, use the kratom and the benefits of the white, the green, and the red strains for us, for our magical use. So the red would be good for the chakra, the base chakra. The green is overall general well-being. So you could do that. You could do your own mixes. You get crafty, you get creative. So I don't know, it's just, it's an herb that is very, I think, if you respect it and you use it properly and you're not abusing it just to get high, which it doesn't, you don't get high, you're relieved of all the pressures and stress on your body, on your mind. And I do believe it clears out negative spirits or attachments. So if it's doing that for our bodies, imagine what it's doing for our light bodies, our aura, our energy field. The better we feel inside, the cleaner our inside is, our temple, the better it can be on the outside. So I mean, I went through Wicca books, nothing on Kratom. I went through all the herbal books, nothing on Kratom. I googled, nothing on Kratom. So it's a very, very, very difficult to trace its any kind of religious origin, if it has any. I have not found one single thing, except for kava. Kava is used in religious ceremonies to calm. So I don't like kava. I can't stand that taste. I've really grown to like the taste of Kratom, especially with orange juice. It's incredible. It tastes like a mimosa almost. It does taste like a mimosa. So literally when I sit here, and like last night, me and my friend Kim, I love you, Kim, we did the healing ball of energy. That ball of energy that I posted about, we did that. Literally, her energy, I could feel it. It came, I had to go right to bed. It put me out. It knocked me out. So literally when I am opening my eyes, I can see all this happening, all of it. So it's not just an herb that heals the body. It opens the mind. It opens the third eye big time, I think. And it's just the visions and just everything that, comes and you can visualize. For me, it's so much easier. It's a lot easier. Visualization, all of it. It just seems like it is so much easier. It seems like connecting with more higher beings than just, lower astral level beings seems easier. Achieving goals feels and it seems easier in my mind now, in my mind's eye. It just kind of everything's clicking and coming together with that specific herb. So I think people that use it regularly already know these benefits, which are amazing. You guys all know the benefits. How much time do I have? Okay. You guys know, of course, everything can be addictive. Anything will be addictive. Some people like to scare you and tell you, well, Kratom is, bad and you're going to get addicted to it and it's horrible. And these are for people that are abusing and misusing this herb. You get what you're getting. So you're looking for that high from Kratom, Mother Earth, and the Kratom plant, the leaf, it's a tree, are going to give you what you want. And then you're going to get sick. So there you go. That's just kind of my idea about it. And then, doing it before ritual work, doing it after. It does last for quite a while. I love it. So you don't have to really do that much. You don't have to take so many shots of it, especially with orange juice, because it potentiates the alkaloids in it, the acid from the orange juice, so they complement each other. So it's very, very incredible. So I just think it'd be really cool to kind of experiment with different herbs, different kratom strains. Sorry, I keep getting booted. Well, not booted, but my 10-minute session. So yeah, I just think it would be really, really cool to see where that, where we could go with that. So like, to connect with like the higher, sun gods like Ra or Horus or, Thoth. We could easily do a white strain kratom with a green, if we're honoring specifically the goddess. A green, empowered, just the intention and the empowerment, doing it in ritual, I think would just boost it like crazy. Just like the herb canna, not cannabis, canna. It takes a long time for that herb to actually help you. It's unlike kratom. So this herb, I've shown you guys that before, canna. They do sell this, and it's on eBay. You can get this. So it's the less you take, it's a reverse tolerance with canna, with this specific tincture. So I also think this is another one that is very spiritual, and it tunes us, with ourselves, more so, as well as the spirit world. This definitely for the spirit world. You don't need too much of this, and this is all legal. Potter's Garden Botanicals tincture of canna. So I just think this would be another, an addition to all of our amazing different herbs and practices. So instead of relaxing or, kicking back after a ritual and using regular old chamomile tea, we can brew kratom tea, canna, add it with your kratom. It potentiates it. This is wacky. I need that. There. Oh, my focus. There we go. So yeah, I think that would just be, it's going to be an incredible journey. So yeah, I've got to research more and more on kratom, and what gods would be. I mean, this Indonesia, Asia, all of that, I'm thinking Hindu. So I'm not 100% sure, but then we can actually go back into the Hindu religion with Krishna and Hinduism. And we can actually go back and we can find that in the actual texts of the Book of Ra, the Ra workings, as well as, ouch, the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. So, that just kind of makes me wonder too. That makes me wonder, is it not Seshet or Hathor, one of the herbal goddesses of the Egyptian pantheon? I think that would be a great way to serve them, give them a little, a libation of kratom, and then yourself, communion with them. I really think the possibilities are endless with this herb. So, it just, the way it affects us in our lives, and it just, everything's good. If you feel good, if you're good, your workings are going to be good. So it's just a really good, healthy alternative to, say, let's pop open a bottle of champagne or wine for your cakes and ale, or bread and whatever, communion. Literally, that's what you're doing. You're taking in the earth, Mother Earth, and then you're taking in the blood. So, I don't know. I don't know where to go from here. Especially, I was thinking about getting on the board and asking my grandma some of these questions, but I can already hear what she's going to say. I already know what she's going to say. So I'm not sure. It can just be applied to anything, really. Like the green, yellow Vietnam. That has a very high sex drive. You could use that in love, like a pinch of that in a love potion powder, a sachet that you make. Your own brew, empower just a cup of yellow strain kratom for, love, also self-love, and it's going to multiply. It's going to be amazing. It's the herb that just keeps giving and giving and opening doors, and it's opened many doors for me spiritually, and I'm feeling a lot better. I still can't bring myself to do my prayers at night. I still light my candles. I think it's a resting period of rejuvenation and recharging. So that's me. That's what's going on with me right now. So it has been a while, but I still feel like I'm in sync with my pantheon, with my spirits, my ancestors, all of them that I work with. So I guess it is, the intention is the thought that counts. So it is the intention of going to light the candles at night. And I'm just grateful. I'm just, I'm grateful. I write in my journal all these crazy things. Crazy. All these really amazing things. All these, you guys have seen the art, the channeled art. It's an incredible herb. And it's getting a bad rap like the Ouija has. It's got this stigma stuck to it because of the FDA and how people, are trying to convince you that, it is a bad herb or it's going to hurt you. It's not going to hurt you. People don't die from it. The people that did die from it had more heroin in their systems. That's what those people died from. And then the government has to go and lie about it and cover that up. So it's just like medical marijuana. They're going to attack it and create false delusions and they're going to cast that image to the public, to the people, and the people are falling for it. They are. It's ridiculous too. It's very ridiculous. How many people are falling for what the government is doing with this sacred herb? So just like pot, there's a huge bad stigma around pot. When it's actually a sacred herb used by who? The Indians. Peyote mushrooms. Those are accessible to Native American tribes only, which I think is a very good thing. But it's good. I think, kratom is good for the thought process. I think it's good for the body. It's proven it's good for the body. Being regulated every day, feeling good every day, happiness, smiling, that's a good thing. That's a very good thing. So yeah, I don't know. I really think it would be fascinating to incorporate all of this into a spiritual practice and religious rites and spells and magic, alchemy. Literally, it's alchemy going on. You can take a piece of paper, the kind that you can actually ingest. There is paper out there that you can eat. Write your intention on it, or create your sigil for it. Put it in your kratom, and it'll dissolve with the acids from the orange juice too. Literally take in your what you're wanting, love, peace of mind, all of it. So literally you could do that. There's just so much that I can think of that I could actually do with this herb. I think it's going to go far. And I'll be right. So yes. Yeah, what do you guys think? I think, in moderation, and if you use it correctly, like you should be, not abusing it, not thinking, this is an alternative to getting high or getting stoned or getting drunk. It's not. It is not. If you're going into Kratom with that outlook, you're going to be very disappointed. Very disappointed. But you'll notice how much better you feel. It clears. Right now, I'm clearing my throat chakra, obviously. And yeah, there's so many benefits. So here, there's a few more benefits that people should be aware of. The myths of Kratom. There's a lot. There are a lot of myths. So, let's see. Let me find my myth. You can get Kratom in extracts. You can get it, oh my gosh, so much. So yeah, green is what I'm using now, which is amazing. It's good for energy. It's good for all of that. I really like my white MD. Amazing. MD is like pimp grade. Like very good. Good grade. Okay. Kratom Facts by Kratora. Thank you guys for this. Alright. So, myth. It is not safe. Kratom can cause hallucinations, delusion, aggressive behaviors. That's a myth. Kratom is safe. Kratom is much safer than prescription drugs and shows no negative side effects. It's addictive. This is a myth. Taking Kratom can cause cravings and obsessive thoughts. Great benefits. Oh wait, habit forming. Like anything else, Kratom can be habit forming, like taking coffee every morning. There's where your addiction comes in. No medical value. That's a myth. There's another myth. The media often assumes that Kratom has no medical value. It does have great benefits, including pain relief, relaxation, and even increased awareness. So it's a cognitive enhancer as well. See where I'm going? It's a cognitive enhancer. We are going to be seeing things differently. It's legal in almost all 50 states. Another myth is a substance of abuse. Kratom is used by young people as a new legal high. Wrong. Substance of use. Most Kratom users are middle-aged and well-educated folks. So there's just so much that we could be doing with this. So I just think it'd be, here's the strains and their effects. If this ever wants to load for me. So yeah, we have strain Bali, which I just took. Bali, it comes from Bali. Effects, euphoric and the most classic opiate-like among the strains of Kratom. Yes, that's very true. Mangda, energizing and stimulating with pain-killing effects. Yes. We have red vein Thai. Similar to Bali with fewer negative side effects. We have red vein Kali. Sedating and more classically opiate-like. Green vein Kali, a stimulating strain which almost has pain-killing attributes. Also has pain-killing attributes. White vein Kali, more euphoric or disassociating. White vein Thai, stimulating strain with euphoric and disassociating properties. So that would be a good one to ritual work. Ritual, meditation work, shadow work, I think. Super Indo, which I really want to try. Similar to Bali with less euphoria. Super Green Malaysian, Varies between suppliers, but is typically more stimulating with little euphoria. So, ultra enhanced Indo. Most euphoric of the extracts and works well for reducing social anxiety. Ultra enhanced Mangda. Powerful extract that is both stimulating and pain-killing. Now we have Thai essence. Somewhat weaker than ultra enhanced Indo by weight with a bit of Mangda kick. Full spectrum tincture. The original likely had synthetic 7 something, but current formations are basically ultra enhanced Indo in liquid form. So we have the strain, we have the effects, we have the dosage, that kind of thing. The top 7 strains, and these are amazing. Red Horn, Mangda, White Borneo, Green Malay, Red Bali, Red Thai, and Green Thai. So just think of all the magical properties that we could associate all this with. All the magical properties that we could associate this with. I really honestly think it's amazing. So we have dose guides, a dose guide at the beginning, if it wants to load for me. So yeah, 1 to 2 grams, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 grams. Strong, very, very strong. So it just goes on about, you know, the beginning, mild, moderate, strong, and then very strong. So that just depends on how much you're using in your dosage. What else? So this is, you can abuse it. Don't, which I would not. It is a very powerful herb and it's sacred and it should be respected. It does trigger certain opiate receptors in the brain though. So, receptor. MU. Spinal anglygia, euphoria, meiosis, sedation, constipation, respiratory depression, addiction, hormonal changes. Oh, this is from a hater website. That's why I'm not getting anything about that. So, yep, it's just telling you about which ones it affects, what receptors in the brain it affects, and what it does. So how could we incorporate this all together and make it amazing? Make our magic more powerful, ourselves. But it is really amazing. So make sure you drink plenty of water with it. Make sure you drink plenty of water with it if you do. If you decide to try. Always check your state. The legality of it. State, check with it. Make sure you're not, going against the law. Make sure you don't go to a head shop and get it. You don't know what you're going to get with that. You don't know if that's actual kratom or a little bit of kratom mixed with something else. So it can be bad. You can get bad stuff. It does make you itch a little bit sometimes. Like the classic opiate Vicodin itch, nose itch. A little bit. It goes away. So yeah. I just think we should, I don't know, what do you guys think? I want some input on all this. I think it's incredible, and I think we can go far with this, and especially in our magic work. So I am definitely going to try this in with my full moon magic. So we still have a while yet before the full moon, so not 100% sure. So hopefully I can come up with more information and find hopefully some religious background of it. If not, it's a new beginning for kratom, not only on our bodies and our living and our lifestyle and health, but our spiritual health. So, alright, those are my few opinions. So, what do you guys think? Let me know below, and I love you all very much, and thank you guys for watching. I love you guys all the way from Venus all the way back down. And thank you all for watching very, very much. I love you all.